The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Heads up commuters, the LRT Line 1 will have no train trips today. The Light Rail Manila Corporation says that they will be upgrading the train line's signaling system to accommodate the new train sets. Recall that last year, the line's fourth generation train sets arrived in the country. The LRMC said that trips would again be suspended on January 30 to complete the testing of the new signaling system. Pagasa says the water level at Angat Dam is continuously declining. Pagasa's Deputy Administrator for Research Development, Dr. Esperanza Kayanan, said that the LPA being monitored near Mindanao will have no impact on Angat Dam. Thus, she urges people to still conserve water amid thinning reserves.
So sa ngayon po, yung Angat Dam natin ay patuloy na bumababa na yung level dahil wala tayong masyadong ulan dito sa bandang Luzon. So medyo kailangan po nating magtipid ng tubig.
The Octa Research Group reports that Metro Manila is still at very high risk for COVID-19 transmission. Octa Research member Guido David said that the current reproduction rate in NCR dropped to 1.20 as of January 19, lower than 2.95 a week ago. David also noted that the 1 week growth rate in the region decreased to negative 42%, which he said is a clear downward trajectory for COVID-19 cases. Meanwhile, the average daily attack rate in Metro Manila went down to 72, which indicates a very high level. The local government of Northern Samar plans to appeal the COVID-19 alert level 4 status of the province to the IATF. According to Provincial Health Officer Dr. Nimfa Kam, they convened with Northern Samar's LGU on Friday to talk about the appeal. She said they did not expect the alert level status escalation, and it's already affecting the province economy.
So if look at our statistics, hindi kami dapat nandun sa alert level 4. We are going to appeal through a resolution of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan to the IATF para ma-reclassify ang aming probinsya to level 3 just like before.
Kam further said that although there is a spike in COVID-19 cases in the province, they have in fact seen a decline in hospital admissions. Aside from this, she added that their daily attack rate average is far from what can be considered as critical. She argued that the IATF should have validated their data before escalating the alert level status of the province.
Bumababa naman yung aming admission sa hospital. From 67, it was down to 60 yesterday, and today, 45 na lang dito sa provincial hospital. Sana naman lang, binalidate muna ito ng IATF before kami inislap ng level 4.
A new COVID-19 outbreak has been linked in a pet shop or to a pet shop in Hong Kong. Experts are now studying whether people can actually catch COVID from animals. Let's listen in.
Sure. So in Hong Kong, they did link an outbreak of COVID cases to a pet shop that was selling hamsters. There was an infected employee, and some of these smaller animals then became infected. And so what that says to us, first of all, is that there is human to animal transmission. We've seen this before, even in wild populations. So we've seen this in an interesting pre-printed study that came looking at deer that had been roadkill or hunted, and from their lymph nodes, found 90% of these deer in the last year had a notable coronavirus infection in the state of Iowa. So we know that this SARS-CoV-2 virus is getting into animal populations. We see big cats, wild cats in zoos in South Africa. They just released another study showing transmission from handler to animals. So what we're concerned about is when viruses get established in animal populations, it makes it even harder to eradicate and control because reservoirs are created. So we're watching it closely. We don't want to see, worst case scenario, the virus comes back out of an animal with a lot of mutations and into a human, creating a whole nother wave of disease.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Various progressive groups slammed Bongbong Marcos for skipping the televised presidential interview with veteran journalist Jessica Soho. Kabataan Party list said Marcos Jr.'s absence is considered a red flag, adding that the public does not deserve an absentee leader. The group questioned the ability of Marcos Jr. to lead a country when he cannot face a simple interview. The Akbayan Party list echoes this, saying that the ability to present and assert positions on complex issues is a basic skill for any president. They say these situations reveal the candidate's priorities and show the depth of understanding of the aspirant on problems of the country. Presidential aspirant and Senator Ping Lacson defended veteran journalist Jessica Soho after the camp of Bongbong Marcos accused her of being biased. Lacson, who was among the presidential candidates Soho interviewed, said that he himself was asked very hostile questions in the interview. The senator was grilled on his role during martial law and his stance on controversial topics like the anti-terror law and human rights issues, among others. Lacson adds that he does not think Soho is biased, and just like any journalist, it's her job to ask hard questions. This comes after the camp of Marcos Jr. claimed that Soho was biased against him, which is why he refused to participate in the interview for presidential aspirants. The ancient Roman city or a Roman city Baia that sank below the sea is the world's largest underwater museum. Now, scientists are racing against time to save it from rock eating bacteria. Let's watch this.
Baia sommersa è nota al momento solo nel perimetro dei muri e più qualche punto specifico, però è una scoperta continua, vi dicevo 400 metri di resti dalla linea di costa attuale, quindi voglio dire molti insediamenti, molte domus, molte altre terme ancora tutte da scoprire o note solo in minima parte. Costantemente nelle nostre ricerche che il parco fa emergono colonne, nuovi pavimenti, nuovi mosaici e in particolare dalla primavera prossima affronteremo lo scavo di uno di questi. È dagli anni 80 che non si scava più nel parco sommerso, avvieremo questa campagna di scavo su una grande fontana di 5 metri di diametro che già ci ha mostrato la sua ricchezza. C'è queste nicchie decorate con dei mosaici in pasta vitrea sulle pareti e ci sono delle scene di animali e in particolare delle anatre che cacciano. Uno di questi si tuffa sott'acqua, tutto sott'acqua attualmente ma anche tutto parte coperto dalla sabbia. Questo sarà il nostro scavo.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later again at 10:15 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch our news on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Riza Diaz. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.